Continue on with our interview with United States Navy cook Dan Graham. We're here with Dan. This is one of the best ever. It says, I love a guy that you have such a great sense of humor and an understanding of dynamics of the things that are going on around you.
I do. I know more, but I don't understand anything.
Yeah, no, it's stuff.
I'm coasting.
You're coasting?
Damn right.
You probably earned it too. So
I did.
What did you do after the war? I mean, did you?
Well, first thing I worked for the post office.
Post office,
8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I could never get anywhere because I didn't know anybody in Washington.
Okay.
I wanted to be a postal inspector.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get to first base because I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I quit the Navy. I quit that job.
Right.
And I got a job with a bread company.
Bread company?
Wonder Bread.
Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sold bread for 34 years.
34 years. Well, you were the cook guy, so you had...
It had nothing to do with the baking.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
I knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And I loved that job.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, you couldn't say nothing against them.
Yeah. Was this in L.A.? Los Angeles?
In this area, yeah.
Yeah, so... Do you remember the Helms Bakery guys?
That was our worst enemy.
Your worst enemy. The Helms, man?
Well, they sold house to house.
Oh, of course they did,
we only delivered to markets.
Markets, exactly.
And then I became a supervisor.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, I'd only been there so many years or so.
Yeah.
Because I was already old by that time,
Yeah.
more or less, for the job.
Right.
I became a foreman or a supervisor on board in the bakery and whatever.
Yeah. So, where were their main bakeries for Wonder Bread in Southern California? Where was that?
Where were they?
Yeah, where were they?
Well, we had one in Ontario.
Ontario?
There was a brand new bakery. They built it.
Yeah.
$33 million.
Wow. Okay.
That, in that days, they were cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they had a bakery in Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
They closed that one out. That's when we moved out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a few bakeries here and there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, question. Let's go back to stuff. When you mustered out of the Navy, where did you leave at? Did you leave from San Diego? Did you get out from San Diego?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then just came up to Los Angeles?
I came here.
Yeah, was your mom
my
and
parents?
Parents were still here? You came back?
Yeah,
and parents,
yeah, they lived down there on the west side.
Yeah.
Fairfax.
Yeah.
And Olympic.
An Olympic. Wow, right down in the heart of the L.A. there. Yeah. Did you, when you worked for the post office, what was your job when you were working for the post office? Were you
sort the letters.
Sorting the mail? Yeah, that's pretty...
I hated that job.
Oh, I bet. That was pretty boring.
Very boring.
Unless you were on a railway express car and traveling the country sorting mail. But
now, they didn't do that. It's just local, right?
Yeah,
there.
Local, because you... Yeah.
Downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah. Did you used to ride the red cars?
Yeah, I used to ride the red cars.
Yeah.
I never had an automobile yet.
Uh-huh.
I think, well, let's see, I got a car when I was 21 years old, I think, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first car I ever had.
Do you remember what it was?
Pardon?
Do you remember what it was? The Ford Model A? Ford?
It was a Ford.
Yeah.
A two-door, that round thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I tried to paint it myself.
Yeah.
You'd have seen that job, you'd have gone nuts. It was like waves. I never got a stroke right.
Yeah. So you painted your car with a brush?
No.
Roller?
Powder puff.
Oh, with a
They advertised it and I bought it.
Yeah.
Dumbbell.
Yeah, that's all right. It was probably pretty cheap though, wasn't it?
Nah, I don't remember. Really.
Yeah, that's stuff, so it's all good. But when you come back, you go to the bakery. Did you get married?
I got married. I can't remember the year.
40s, 50s?
Oh no, not that long. I was married in the 20s, I believe.
20s.
Yeah, my first wife just passed away and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And she was no damn good anyway.
Yeah, okay. So this is what I like about your generation. You're very frank to the point.
I'll tell you like it is, man.
Yeah, it is. Different generation. I remember my mom and dad were the same way.
These modern kids, today have got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot to learn
Uh-huh.
about life itself.
Right.
They ain't got the slightest idea how to run things.
Yeah.
Some of them are pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, not everybody's bad.
Yeah.
But I look around and it's just disgusting.
I know.
So I don't mess with them.
Yeah, I know. I got you. So, anyway, we'll take our break here.
Go ahead, take a break.
We're going to take our break. We'll come in and we'll do our last segment here and stuff, you know. So, anyway, we'll be right back here with Dan, the cook, United States Navy, right after this break.
No more cook.
No more cook. All right.
Oh, I still cook and mess around. I cook myself.
There you go.
Now, there's a cook and a half, the boss.
Okay.
She is one cook.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
No, we're good.
Forget it.
Thank you for joining us for this segment of AV Veterans Talk for Aerotech News.